Good morning. It's Morning Coffee on Tuesday. I learned yesterday of an event that happened in my town, the city, that really drives home my perspective on it's time to shift this paradigm. We want to be people of love. We want to be loved, and we want to give love. Unfortunately, what we tend to do is think in terms of romantic partnerships, family, and sometimes we'll pull our friends into that definition of love. We don't think of the broad spectrum of being love as being patient, kind, and slow to anger, protective, trusting, hopeful for all humanity. And I'm going to share with you a situation that happened in my city this past week. That I just learned about because I try to keep my head out of the news because it's just so dismal. And here's an example. A young man, a teenager, went to pick up his siblings from a house. He got the address wrong. He ended up on a terrace instead of a street or something to that effect. Knocked on the door. Waited for somebody to answer so he could ask for his sibling. There was some shuffling behind the door, and then the person opened the door and told the child, mind you, I'm talking about a child, not to ever come back here again, and shot him. While he lay on the ground, the individual shot him a second time. The child is a young black man. The homeowner was a white man. I paused to let that sink in. The child was there, no harm, no ill, to pick up a sibling. The white man had so much hate and venom in him towards a race of people that he would open his door and not even ask what the child wanted, but just simply shoot him. Just simply shoot him because of the color of his skin. Your fear, your hatred, your anger is out of control, people. Had he asked him what he wanted, the child would have asked for his sibling. The man would have said, there's nobody here. What's the address you're looking for? And the child would have said, and the man would have said, you're on the street instead of the terrace, or whatever way it was. And the child would have left, gone and gotten his sibling, and gone home. Instead, he was hauled off in an ambulance. He has survived. But can you imagine the trauma to that poor child and his family? And let's not forget the trauma that this white man is going to endure, as well as his family, because he's been arrested and he will probably go to jail because of anger and hatred and fear. Fear of what? Fear that this black individual at his door might cause him harm. Because our society has pumped it up so high that we can't see humans anymore. We see skin color. And I would invite you to really consider embracing, shifting the paradigm away from all of this anger, hatred, and venom and vile because somebody is different than you. Because somebody steps up and says, I may be in a female container, but I'm really a man. I may be a man, but I also enjoy intimate relations with other men. I may be this. You don't agree with it, and it doesn't hurt you. but you want to hurt another person because they don't agree with your belief systems. They're not walking up to your door trying to shoot you. They're not walking up to you telling you that you have to be like them, but you want to tell them to be like you. I'm really sick of it. I'm really sick of it. My son, a white child, I mean, he's in his late 20s, I guess. He's not really a child anymore, but he has olive skin. So if he's in the sun, he becomes very dark, almost Hispanic looking. Was in a city in the South, a very large city in the South. And he's doing work down there, and he went to a restaurant and sat at the bar. He was intimidated to the point that he said, "Bartender, give me my tab." And he got up and walked out. Because a man in the South decided a white man from California, it occurred as soon as my son told him he had lived in California. A man from Georgia decided that a man from California was a problem in his world. Fear, hatred, lack of love caused this man to push intimidation and anger towards another man, a foreigner to your city. Let me threaten you. Let me tell you that your type is not welcome here anymore. Was it because he was from California, or was it because he was from California and being springtime and summertime in the South, his skin is now darker and he looked Mexican? You tell me. Again, it's time to shift the paradigm. It's time to be done with the nonsense that says because people are different than me, because people have different belief systems than me, they need to be put away. However, whatever away means. Women are less than. Men are less than, because let's be honest, there are women who do that. People of color are less than. And let's be honest, the racism goes both ways, because I've experienced it. I lived in New York City and I experienced racism. I called it reverse racism, and I was very pointedly corrected by my children when I shared the story, and they said, "Mom, that's not reverse racism, that's racism. Racism is racism is racism." I was treated very, very, very horrendously by some African American women for being a white woman. And so I will tell you today, I'm very cognizant of these behaviors. Fear is very real. And when you sit in a space of fear and you have decided that because this individual exemplifies the same characteristics on the outside as someone that I have encountered or someone that my people has encountered in the past, you will put behaviors on that individual that they don't own. All white people are not bad. All black people are not bad. All Mexican people are not, what is it that we like to say? Is it lazy? All Asian people are not super smart either, by the way. I wish some of these things were, well, yeah, I'm sure they wish all of that was true. They're just diligent. All women are not bitches. All women are not pushovers either. All men are not assholes. Let's stop the fear mongering. Let's shift the paradigm. Let's become loving human beings and stop it. Love is kind, patient, slow to anger, not arrogant. It always protects. It always trusts. It does not fail. You will not be perfect, but love will. And if you step into love and you purpose to be love, then you will be better and better and better at it every single day. And so that's my invitation to you today. And I've talked a lot longer than I intended to when I started this video. I hope that it gives you some food for thought. And I hope that you have a wonderful Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.